safety of the men and women that work in the Baltimore County Police Department. We're here for the citizens. We want this to be a very safe and joyous holiday season.
We appreciate it. How about a good Christmas story? Do you have any good Christmas stories, Chief? Because we're always about sharing Christmas stories.
Well, I do have a story that I tell recruits from time to time, and it has a good ending. It takes about a minute to tell. You know that kind of
All
time?
right, yeah.
Back in the early 1980s, I was a young rookie officer, and we had a very cold Christmas day and a very heavy snowfall. And as Christmas came and went, I was working midnight shift as we crept closer and closer to New Year's Eve. And about 6 minutes before midnight, the radio cracked with a call of a burglary in progress, with the homeowner being held hostage. And of course, a call like that, you swiftly have to get to that call. As I navigated the streets of a community called Tall Trees at that time in Essex, with road names like Rickenbacker and Doolittle, war hero names, I came upon the apartment building. And I'm very familiar with the area. It was my post for years. As I crept up the stairway, this very narrow, dark building with a light bulb that was swinging back and forth at the top of the stairs, I came upon the door of the apartment that was slightly ajar, ever so slightly ajar. I pushed it open with my left hand, was holding a gun in the right hand, and I saw in front of me Mr. East. And out of respect for Mr. East, I've changed the name. And I knew Mr. East very well. He had a broad smile on his face and a beautiful cowboy outfit with fine stitching and a 10-gallon cowboy hat. And I said to Mr. East, "What's going on?" With music, Christmas music in the background. And he looked at me and he said, as I looked around the room and I saw two metal chairs, a sparsely furnished apartment, and a small little TV tray, the type they used to use back in the 1960s. On top of the tray was a small bowl of M&Ms and a small bowl of Cheetos. And I said, "Mr. East, what's going on? We have a call of a burglary here. People are being held hostage." With a broad smile on his face, he said to me, "I invited people, but they didn't come. There was no one there." I looked at my watch. It was 1 minute before midnight. And I thought to myself, you know, there's a better way to handle this situation. Arrest is not always the answer. And I knew Jim very well. He struggled with his abilities to deal with Down syndrome and live independently. And I sat in the metal chair with Jim and I said, "You know, I'm going to stick with you." And we talked for a while about what had happened, the danger that he created. And about 5 minutes after midnight, we departed. And I got to spend that time with him. It's been 30 years. I wonder what happened to Mr. East, and haven't seen him since. But my story oftentimes is told to, again, indicate to officers there's sometimes a better way than arrest. It seemed rather pointless to me that evening. But we have the very best officers in Baltimore County with the most passion, humanistic understanding for individuals, and I hope as my officers go into the future, they extend that same thought. Very good.
What a great story. Thank you so much, Chief. Happy holidays to you. Thank you for stopping.